Hello everybody and welcome to PAVA, My Pokemon X Adventure. End of Day 5, beginning of Day 6. I was not able to do a episode yesterday because I wasn't really satisfied with how my day ended. So I kind of continued a little further into the night until like 2 o'clock in the morning, which by that time my computer's off. I ended my computer around 11, so got a little 3 more hours extra, and I beat the freaking fairy gym leader. And she's actually a little tougher. She's actually probably one of my toughest opponents thus far in a gym battle. Actually, I think Ramos was stronger than that. I felt like Ramos was tougher than her, but she put up a good fight, and she's the second strongest. I felt I was really close to the wire, mostly because I really didn't have much that was effective against her. The only Pokemon that I know, the only type that I know has a type advantage is poison. None of my Pokemon out of the poison type, and none of my Pokemon can learn any TMs of the poison TMs that I have. So I really was kind of out of luck. So what I did was I used Go-Go, Vivillon, and Delphox. This is actually Go-Go's first gym battle. Yeah, I had him for a while, but I just really didn't strategically use him. And Delphox and Vivillon have been pretty much at them more than anyone else because they both, whenever they're in a gym battle, they're always together. So um. Yeah, Go-Go actually did pretty well. He knocked out one Pokemon, half-out knocked out another, then Vivillon came out and showed up, and she really did nothing. Delphox cleaned up the rest, though. And she cleaned up, first you see Mawile, which is good for, I'll tell you why I chose Go-Go. The reason I chose Go-Go is because Go-Go is a grass type, and grass and fairy types don't really do much damage to each other. I mean, they do about evens, but it doesn't really... It's a good matchup. And most of my other Pokemon do not have moves that are good against it. I mean, the other three Pokemon I have are Tyrunt, Asmorel, and freaking Asmorel and what's his name? Pangoro. I have those three Pokemon, and Pangoro is both fighting a Dark type, and neither of those two types are good against him. Both of those two types are weak against Fairy. And so that would have been that. So that was an obvious no for Pangoro. Asmorel is also a fairy type, and I was thinking of using her because she was a fairy type, and fairy type moves wouldn't do that much damage to her, and she doesn't know any fairy type moves as of yet, so I was thinking of that reason, but decided against it and chose Vivillon because I thought she would do better. Little did I know that freaking Mr. Mo has soundproof, so her bug buzz did absolutely shit. So that's why she was useless. But I love her anyway. Let's see. I chose Delphox because Delphox was my strongest Pokemon. And that's pretty much why. And yeah, Tyrunt's a Dragon type Pokemon, so yeah, Dragon type moves do shit, nothing, like no damage at all, and Fairy type moves just kind of destroy them. So yeah. Another reason why I chose Go-Go is because Go-Go knows a ground type move called Bulldozer or Steamroll, whatever it's called. Anyway, it's a ground type move and does take about 60 to 70 damage, and it does decent enough damage. The reason why you want to have them, or have someone that is a ground type move, is because of Mawile. Mawile can get pretty tough, but she's not the one you have to worry about. The one thing you have to worry about is Mr. Mime. He's the toughest one I've actually met. And Sylveon's pretty tough too, but I really didn't get to see much of Sylveon as much as they get to see a lot of Mr. Mime. So, Mr. Mime came in, knocked out my Go-Go. Go-Go did pretty good against Mr. Mime, but then Mr. Mime just pretty much destroyed Vivillon. Vivillon got a few hits in, but so that way Delphox can go in, use Psybeam for the knockout, and have fresh AP. And pretty much have fresh in general when she went on to face Sylveon, which was an even matchup. My Delphox was actually 42, which is the same level as Sylveon, but it went to level 43 because it leveled up after being Mr. Mime. So I think that might have helped me beating her. Because it was actually pretty close. It scared me. I thought, I was like, wait, am I actually gonna lose for once in a gym battle? Like, no, I didn't lose. Even though the civilian just kept using the Swit the Horn her goddamn time. That's the only move I saw civilian use. Which is kind of sad. I was looking forward to see a few new fairy type moves from it. I also like this gym because I challenge pretty much every trainer I can, except for and I always do, except for the last gym in the freaking electric one. I heard there's like a ton of trainers. Like, oh god, there's way too many trainers for me to challenge. So I'll just hold that off until another time. You know, and so that was fun. The levels, so yeah, that was fun beating Civilian. I got a team out of it, which I can teach my freaking Asmorel, because it doesn't know a fairy type move yet, which pisses me off. So, yeah, my Pokemon levels as of right now are, my full new evolved Tyranichum until 39. He evolves during the day, level 39. Let's see. And also, it can be in the morning, but it can't be night. As long as it's somewhere time during the day, you're good. I also have Gogoli level 39. Asmorel at level 40. At 42, I have, no, 41, I have, both, Pangoro and Vivillon. And 43, I have my Delphox. And, I'm at the Pokeball Factory right now. And, I'm kicking some ass. And your rival does tend to be a little bit useless, and Shauna is now completely and totally useless. I don't like any of them. Actually, I don't like pretty much any of the trainers. I kind of like Shauna, but I kind of don't. To me, she seems like a Bianca clone. I really did. A lot of people are hating Bianca, but I love her. Like, if she was my age and I was in the video game where she was in real life, I would probably propose to her because she's awesome. She's amazing. Oh, I love quirky girls like that. So quirky! I just love the quirky nature in general, which Valiant has, and that's why I love her so much. Even if she was useless in this last gym. Oh well. Like I said, I'm sticking to the rules where it's 3-on-3 in gym, because every gym after this, from what I've seen, has 3 Pokemon. So I'm just going to use 3-on-3 the whole entire time. I kind of like 3-on-3 battles. So that's cool. I don't do 3-on-3 battles for the rival, because the rival is actually pretty tough, and I can't beat her with 3 Pokemon. It's not because my high levels are not strong high enough, it's because her little Pokemon are just way too strong. I don't know what she did, but it's working. However, last time I just pretty much, however, you can pretty much just one-shot her with a fighting type Pokemon though. You really could, especially if like your starting Pokemon was a fire type, then her Pokemon will be a Froakie and it evolves all the way to a dark type as well. And Pangoro or some other fighting type Pokemon like Lucario will just pretty much just douse and just destroy her whole entire team. Because she also has an Absol, and she also has a what else does she have? I forgot what else she have, but that's why whenever in general when I'm making my teams, I never, ever want to have 2 Pokemon the same typing. It's just bad. That's why I didn't want to get that freaking Fletchling, because I knew it was going to evolve to a fire type Pokemon and did not want to have 2 fire type Pokemon. So, because otherwise water Pokemon have more advantage against me, and that's not good. It's bad enough my strongest is a fire type Pokemon. So, yeah. That's why I believe when you're constructing your team, never to use just all. You either use just one just use one type, or you never use more. You keep all the types separated. You only use one type of each, or something like that. Like every single playthrough, I've never had 2 types, except for one. I think 2 of my Pokemon were Ground type Pokemon, but that was an accident. I think, I don't know. Yeah, one of my playthroughs, I got a Garchomp, and I also had a Landorus, so there was 2 Grand type Pokemon. That was the only time I did it, and I did not save it or advance it to anywhere else farther than that. So yeah, that's the end of day. That's the end of day 5, beginning of day 6, and I will see you guys later on tonight. Hopefully. Have a nice day, and see you guys in the next